Storm Team 12 forecast.
Good Monday evening to you. We've got a nice break from the Kansas wind coming up for the next couple of days. That'll give us a chance to maybe talk a little less about fire danger for Tuesday and Wednesday. It's not because we're getting any rain the next couple of days, but then the fire danger does start to pick up later on this week. Thursday and Friday, we'll consider it critical. One thing that's going to be working in our favor later this week is higher humidity set to return to Kansas. Now, does the lack of rainfall in the month of March give any indication of what April and May may be showing up with? Well, the short answer is no. Look at last year. We only had about, or 2 years ago, I should say, we only had about 1/10 of an inch of rain in March. That April and May went on to have about 3 3/4, which is below. But in 2015, we only had 1/4 of an inch of rain in March. That April and May went on to have over 14 inches of rain in just those 2 months alone. That, of course, was above average. And another example, well, look at 2022, or 2002, I should say, less than an inch of rain in March. That spring would go on to have over 8 inches of rain. So just because we haven't had any so far or any significant rainfall in March is not an indication of what the next 2 months could have in store. 70s coming up on Tuesday. We'll be in the 70s again on Wednesday, and then fast forward to Thursday afternoon. There's your early taste of summer with widespread 80s. That, of course, well above normal for this time of the year. On Future Track, we've had a wind shift moving through Kansas. There'll be some clouds moving through overnight. Chances for rain, they're just not to be found as we continue on tonight or throughout the day tomorrow. We are close to high pressure, so that will keep our wind speeds fairly manageable. And then as we go into Wednesday morning, another wave of clouds coming through. If your car's left parked outside, you might find a sprinkle on the windshield. That would be about it. But measurable rainfall, not happening. We're just not in that kind of setup for this week. It is going to be a warm, sunny afternoon on Wednesday. But if we're going to have record high temperatures this week, that would be Thursday. Probably not for Wichita, probably not for Salina, but where it's likely going to be a close call will be Russell. We're forecasting 83. The record is 80. And look at Goodland, the forecast 84, the record happens to be 85. So some parts of Kansas could be making history later on this week. It's all capped off with a chance for some showers and thunderstorms coming up. The timing looks like it will be Saturday night. There's going to be a front pushing on through. So latest models are showing south central and eastern Kansas to have thunderstorms, but northern Kansas would be in the running for some rain, possibly mixing with or changing over to, that's right, some snow by Sunday morning. Whether you want it or not, it's moisture. At 7 o'clock Sunday morning, you see that wintry precipitation crossing the Kansas-Nebraska state line. It doesn't look like it would be a lot, but it is something that we'll continue to take a closer look at. And a severe weather chance, at least a close encounter Saturday night for areas along and southeast of the Turnpike. We'll see how that map changes in the coming days. But again, Saturday night, there may be a close encounter with some thunderstorms, and a few of those could have some hail and wind. A live look over Dodge City. We've got 74 degrees. Winds are out of the northwest at 14. Low temperatures tonight stay above freezing. We'll drop to 42 in Hays, 44 in Salina, 42 in Great Bend, with Wichita at 46. Western Kansas, light north winds in store for tomorrow. 71 Colby. We get to 75 in Dodge, 73 in Hays. Smith Center with a high of 72. Great Bend tomorrow should be back above 70 degrees. Likewise for Salina, 75 in Winfield and 74 in Eureka. A light north wind for Wichita. Your Tuesday forecast 75, 73 in Hutch, 73 in El Dorado. Clouds will kind of filter out the sunshine as we go on throughout the day. Wednesday 76, but we go into the low 80s Thursday. Friday with more humidity. That should lead to a little bit more cloud cover, but the chance for rain doesn't show up until Saturday night. And then we're chilly on Sunday, and look at those morning lows. There are parts of Kansas early next week that could fall below freezing, and then we're in the 60s coming up as we move into early April.